Alright, YouTube. Well, I'm back in it on Battlefield 6. I just wanted to give you guys my thoughts on this game. I've been playing Battlefield since Bad Company 2. I pretty much played all the titles after that, except Hardline. I didn't even bother touching Hardline. I probably played it at a friend's house for a little bit, but that game, it did not get that Battlefield feeling for me. But today we're going to be talking about Battlefield 6. Mainly my first impressions, how I thought the base mechanics, how it compares to other battlefields, and areas where I think they can improve on. The gunplay is good. Alright, it's top tier. You're gonna enjoy the feeling of getting into gunfights in this game. The weapons feel amazing. I will say the guns that feel the most weak, surprisingly, are the LMGs. I don't know if I just don't be in good positions to use an LMG. I just find them to be lackluster. Like, you can't really mow down multiple people. They feel like pea shooters to me, especially the M60. The M60 is such a slow rate of fire weapon. It feels like a pea shooter. The movement, no one's gonna be bunny hopping around corners. No one's gonna be slide canceling. Not like Call of Duty. I believe the devs, they released an update to negate accuracy when people are doing those types of movements. I will say that the classes do feel balanced this time around. The only downside is that on specific game modes, the weapons are not locked. Anybody can use whatever weapon. And that was the fear. It's coming from like 2042 that everyone was going to be a sniper this time around. Luckily to say, it's not like that from at least the matches I played. Because a lot of these maps are smaller in comparison to how I remember previous Battlefield titles being. The vehicle combat, I'll start off with the land vehicles. They feel good this time around. They are effective. There are tons of counters to them, so they don't feel overpowered. If you have a good squad, then you can really keep those tanks up, keep the IFVs up, and they can really make a big difference. Given from the beta, the helicopters feel a lot more stronger. This time around, they're a lot faster, harder to take down. With a good pilot, man, those jets can really do a number on the vehicles and on points. Like, it feels very balanced so far. Like, it's at its current state, I haven't had a match where I felt like I was just getting targeted by jets. Not yet. Overall, a lot of these maps in Battlefield 6, they are mediocre at best, I would say. I was hoping that there would be more destruction on some of the more close quarters maps. There's not many. I did play the beta, but I thought they were gonna change some stuff to where there would be more destruction, but there's not a lot, and I understand why they do that. It's to not break the integrity of the entire map. I feel like Call of Duty Warfare maps, like the large scale ones, with destruction. That's how it feels in my opinion. Because they are a lot smaller this time around, and I think it's because 2042 they kind of went a bit overboard on the size and verticality. But I think that they this time around they went the complete opposite direction. I need to find a good in between the large scale maps, and they do provide cover throughout everything, which I would say some of the maps are good, like the more larger ones based around vehicles, but the small scale maps, I don't like playing those too much. However, for the assault class, there's one major issue I have with this, the assault ladder. A lot of people, they actually do like this assault ladder to get rid of campers. However, through my testing of it, I thought that the ladder was going to have me traverse through rooftops. Most of these maps do not have verticality, which is understandable because 2042, there was too much verticality. I feel like this time around, there's not enough. Majority of the buildings, when you try to use a ladder, you can't get on top of. You just can't, like, it just won't lock on. I found myself encountering a ton of invisible barriers, but there was a case where a building was destroyed. I tried to use my ladder to get onto one part of the wall, and I just could not pass it. There was an invisible barrier. But I feel like the ladders need to be reworked so they have more versatility, because I feel that it is very limited. Customization is so limited, and I understand why they're doing this. It's because they want to sell you guys skins. The only way we can counteract this as a gamer community is just don't buy the skins, guys. Don't buy the skins. Because in Battlefield 5, I thought they had pretty good customization through unlocks, doing challenges. I thought that was a real fun way to customize your guy. Like, change out the pants, change out the torso. Like, you can't switch out the helmets. You can't switch out the torso. You can't switch out the pants. You can't switch out the boots. You know, like don't get me wrong, you can still switch. There are free skins that you get from assignments and challenges, but I wouldn't say that there's many. And you already know why. They're gonna be pumping out those. And that's what you can get. It is what it is. The UI is terrible, I feel like. At least for the main menu. The main menu looks like a damn Netflix catalog. I feel like it could have been executed better, because it really does feel like I'm in Netflix looking through all of this. And there's no server browser. There's no server browser whatsoever. Not on PC. I'm doing this on PC. There's no server browser. For community, for Portal, that's the only place that you can find servers. Is through Portal. Like that's the only server browser in this that I've noticed is only through Portal. And not everybody wants to do Portal or community servers. They want to stay on the vanilla experience. Portal is Portal all over again. I've already found servers where they do not necessarily XP farms, but you can do your challenges and unlock all of your challenges in a hella easy way. Like that's all I'll say about Portal, because I do think that it's a great addition. Like having Portal to Battlefield is so good. It reminds me of Forge. Like it really does, and it makes it even better that everyone can have their own server to make their own experience amazing. I'll give DICE their props for that. This time, there are missing mechanics that I would like to have back. Battlefield 5's fortification system, I thought that was amazing, where people could build or the already destroyed structures. I thought that was cool, like putting down sandbags, putting down tank traps, placing down more fortifications. I think that's good for gameplay. But overall, the game is fun, and that's really what matters in games. It is fun. Like even if I do blow up, it's so cinematic to where I'm having enjoyable fun, even though if I'm losing in a match, it's just fun. And when you're with your homies and your friends playing this game, it's tremendously fun. Like it's one of the best FPS experiences I've had in a real long time. I would rank this like, I don't know, like people are gonna probably hate me for saying this, but it's probably below Battlefield 4 at its current state. Better than 5 for sure. Better than 2042. But maybe on the same level as Battlefield 1. That's where I'll say that. On the fun level and how everything just feels in this game. It's probably on the same level as Battlefield 1. I think I covered everything, but I have not touched the campaign yet. I've only done the multiplayer. I'm only covering the multiplayer right now. But overall, I would say, like my previous rankings, that's where I stand for Battlefield currently. I hope you all enjoy. Let me know your thoughts. You can agree to disagree in the comments.